Let's see, make sure everything's running nice and smoothly. Smoothly, it does seem to be running right now. That's nice. Okay, and one more thing here. Boop, boop. Mm-mm-mm. So we're going to be casting some Red Bull wololo, wololo, wololo. And we are starting off with Acclivity. This is the quarterfinals between the Viper and Liereyy. I might do another one today on Tato and Jordan because that one was a baller series. Really, really did enjoy that series as well. Yeah. Without further ado, I'm just giving people as well. Just giving people a chance to hop in over here and catch the first game. But this one's also gonna go to the tube. So let's just hop right. Oh dang, skippity in. Change this. Yes, please. And yes, please. Okay, there we go. That should be good to go. Spectate with Capture Age. Hopefully, Capture Age doesn't crash, because that has been a thing. Liereyy in the yellow playing as the Britons, and in the blue we have a Viper playing as the Berbers. Wait a second. I feel like Viper should be yellow. That's really gonna mess me up because that's kind of his color. We're gonna switch this up because that's how I like to do things. So Viper in the yellow and Liereyy in the red. I just remember and know Viper as always playing in the yellow. Hidden Cup, you know, he did that to mess people up. Sometimes he did pick different colors, but yellow and Viper are basically synonymous. Viper, one of the strongest player, if not the strongest player in AoE 2 right now. Looks like there was a little bit of a pause at this point. We're starting to open with a stable and a range is Viper. This is played on Acclivity, by the way, and it normally turns out whoever controls this center part during the castle age is very, very well off. A little bit of skirmishing for skirmishing, scam. You can see I'm a pro caster already over here. A little bit of scrambling for position, but that spearman is going to make it so that those archers are very well protected. I love that on the pro level, they really do a good job with mixing in spearmen with their archers. They walk about the same, and that way it is very hard for these scouts to engage. However, these guys are going to run around and see if they can find some damage over here. I might speed it up in certain periods of time just to make it a little bit more interesting, while these guys could get out of position. Oh wow, this might actually be a kill over here. He needs to get one of those scouts in front of that woman if he is smart. No, he cannot manage to do so. How about these archers over here? Looks like we're going to try and pick something off on the berries. Is going to just engage against them. That woman definitely needs to be pulled back, or that woman will be lost over here. Ooh, nice pick off with the archers from Liereyy. Look at how big the eco difference is already. That's a little bit surprising. 3 in the favor of Liereyy here. I wonder if, let me see, KD. What? I must have been a pro caster. I guess Liereyy got 2 and Viper got 1. Did I miss something? You can see that this is why I always cast pro games over here. I'm just really, really good at casting. I never miss a singular thing, and honestly, I don't even care all that much for the tussle, for the skirmish. I want to see some action. It's absolutely amazing what these guys can do over here, but ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to see some masterful plays. Trying to get in over there, that would have been really, really nice. Needs to make sure that he's picking off those spearmen with these skirmishers. Doing a nice job at that. Eco difference is only 2. However, Lierey's already up to the Castel age, which Viper has only just clicked. That may not seem like a whole lot, but that's almost a minute in difference, which should allow Liereyy to get this hill over here. Archer's a lot easier to defend, in my opinion, than, for example, going with scouts, although these skirmishers are a little bit annoying. The interesting thing to me always is that skirmishers cost food, and if you're countering the archers with skirmishers, you're actually going to be delaying your castle age because you're spending on food units. Scouts also in general are going to slow down your castle age because they're very heavy in the food category. Would not be surprised if Liereyy instantly tries and take this Aclive hill, whatever, the Majingi. The good old Majingi. Actually coming forward already. He's going to try and get those upgrades up and then hit Viper on the wood line. How much can Liereyy actually see over here? That would be kind of interesting to know. Doesn't know that there's wood over here. Does not know about those houses yet, but yeah, you can basically assume at this level that they're going to be walled up, crossbow and bodkin coming in immediately. How much damage is Liereyy going to be able to do here? Would not mind it. Okay, he's going to go for the safer approach. He's going to go for double TC. I was going to say, I don't think he realizes how much faster he is up. I would love it for him to place, for example, a siege workshop on the front and then put a lot more pressure on the Viper. The Viper looking like he's in a tough situation based on the military numbers. He probably wants to go into knights. However, you need about half the number of knights to engage against archers. Obviously it's a little bit different if you have like 2 and stuff like that, but I normally like to go for half the number of knights to engage against a archer army. Obviously it also depends on the upgrades. He does have +2 on these bad boys already. Also immediately getting the husbandry. People often forget how useful that tech actually is, but oh my goodness me, devastation on that wood line. So much so that Viper decides to add an additional TC, which is rough because Liereyy already has 3 TCs at home. Going to be collecting those relics. He's chilling over here. I would say that Liereyy is in absolutely dominating position, knows that he has done the damage, is now just going to pull those archers back, can garrison these TCs if the need be, and just boom it out. When in doubt, boom it out. Huge advantage. Yeah, these skirmishers are kind of annoying, but they're not doing too much, if I'm being completely honest. The knight's trying to get in over here. I think these 2 monks should stop that from occurring. Or is he going to let them come in? I think he's going to debate them in. Okay, so he's going to run in. And now conversion. Gets none. Alright. Yeah, and I would be surprised if he just re-walls that. That was actually kind of like a debate there to try and get Viper to come into his archer ball. He does have +2, so he can easily engage against those villagers. Liereyy realizing that the Viper is on the prowl. In the meantime, there's just 1 spearman poking a market. Things are things, I suppose. Let's look at Lierey's overall vision over here, because the interesting thing about acclivity is that a lot of these gold piles are actually near the edge. So I really like it when players go to that outer edge and scout it out. I think the starting scout may have died. Maybe I missed that part. Maybe that was some of the KDs that we missed in the very beginning. I know a lot of you have probably already watched this series, but I saw this series and I really enjoyed these 2 particular sets. So that's why I decided to cast them for myself. Also, a bunch of you said that you would love to see the Red Bull wololo. Ooh, nice pickoffs on those scouts. The scouts not super useful, but they could still be used to scout out potential resources. I'm going to speed this up a little bit just because it seems like Liereyy wants to sit back and boom, which I don't blame him to do. Going to be adding a second range only now, and he is looking like he wants to go imp. Trying to get as many relics as possible. Already has one in the bank. Going to get a second one pretty soon. There is the castle. Very defensive castle, I think, overall. Don't hate it. I am much more of a person who likes to go aggressive, but I think Liereyy is just so aware of the situation in which he finds himself. And now Viper's going to try and take the hill, which I think is just too late. Like, it's very easy for me to say, obviously, because I have perfect vision right now. I know absolutely everything that's going on. Nice little pick off over there, trying to see where there is gold available is Liereyy. Not going to be a huge issue. Still has plenty of gold over here in this main pile, but is going to have to transition to another gold source relatively soon. I don't think I would hate having an additional TC over here, or having an additional TC, say, here. He is looking for that gold. Look at that. I don't know if he can place one over here. Otherwise, this is definitely the spot. There's this special terrain on which I believe you cannot construct TCs. Imperial Age has now been clicked. I think he's going to mix in Spearmen there as well to keep those archers very safe. But the amount of archers that he has here, 39 versus Vipers. How many knights does he have? 27. Ooh, Viper needs to do damage like right now before Imp gets hit, but Liereyy is simply not allowing Viper to take a good engagement. I really like this castle over here. It's going to allow him to take this gold, although it's going to be a little bit awkward to place that. Imp is about to be reached. Wow, look at the timing on Pikeman. Can immediately click help once Liereyy gets the food requirements and gold requirements, obviously, and even getting squires as well. It's going to just spam help, and that's going to take care of these knights. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, as well as just arbs, obviously. And now Viper is on the clock. Very difficult. Viper is nowhere near Imp. I mean, just dominating. Domination by Liereyy. Yeah, you can run in here all you want, but that's just going to result in some dead knights with them pikes. Ooh, big fight over here. How many conversions you can get? One. Only one. That's not too great. Liereyy feeling maybe a little bit too over comfortable, trying to get the surround, actually letting him into his base. Over here is Viper. I think this might be the GG. It needs to actually delete this house over here to get an even better surround. Those arbs are caught, but yeah, there's just too many arbs. Wow, that arb ball just absolutely murdered everything, and that is indeed GG. If Viper had cleared that up, there might have still been a chance, but the snake down 0-1. Yeah, I think Janitors would have been a very, very good option potentially. We actually saw it in a whole bunch of series. Thank you for the comment there. Never mind. Never mind. Yeah, you did lose a couple of villagers in the early stages. I actually missed those villagers that he lost because I'm just so pro of a caster. We can quickly run over the statistics, but it's not super duper important. Let's take a look at the second game in the series. Let me just make sure that I am casting the correcto mundo game. Alla secundo. We have Viper as Aztecs and Liereyy as Lithuanians. Let's go. Kawazababa. Man, I'm so bad at pronouncing map names, but basically you have these two little pools on the side, and then in the middle you have a whole bunch of berries. And I'm going to do this a little bit differently. Sorry, I just want Viper to be yellow and Liereyy to be red. Otherwise I'm going to get very, very confused as this game goes on. So tons and tons of food on this map. Also very, very easily accessible relics here. I think that Liereyy is going to want to go fast castle. Well, obviously make some military, but then drop a monastery down, collect those relics, get that additional attack. Aztecs, really, really good monks. Should be a very interesting match up here. Yeah, I think just knights and scouts from Liereyy. I don't think it's going to be eagles necessarily, although an eagle is in the production. I think it's going to be mostly archers in feudal age, and then maybe once to castle age construct. Wow, that was a sloppy house over there. That's going to limit the I mean, I'll make houses worse than that, if I'm being completely fair. I like how he's taking the deer too, long distance, long hair, don't care. Very, very good efficiency on all of these lumber camps, isn't it? Trying to just wall up. Liereyy going for the massive chunky walls over here. I mean, like, holy guacamole. Wall in absolutely everything. Also, I'm a little bit confused with this wall. Yeah, okay, I was gonna say, Liereyy, what are you doing over here? Why would you do it like that if you can just do it like this? Actually, I think he could have just gone like here, right? Like from here to here might have been slightly better. Walled off just in time for when those archers did manage to come over here. And gonna be a little bit annoying on the berries, but overall not too much damage to be done. Eagles should have actually picked off that spearman there, I think, but decides not to, decides to try and break through. Castle age already, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Especially with Lithuanians in Empire Wars, having that additional food bonus is massivo. You get so much additional, well, not more than normal, but so much more opportunity to just fast castle. Yeah, his super quick walls were quite impressive to say the least. Also, I like this because it kind of gives me an opportunity to interact with you guys in the chat, which I maybe normally don't have, and just appreciate some of the highest level of play, which I don't really often do too much unless I'm playing Berber Villager Rush, of course. I don't know. I'm not the best caster out there, but I feel like I am a pretty decent one. Now, knights are going to shred absolutely everything. So in this period of time, Liereyy really needs to make the most out of his knights. And he should get those relics so that he'll get the additional attack for the remainder of the game. However, Viper is not too far off from reaching castle himself. Once he does, he could very, very easily construct a monastery and start converting knights. Wow, Lierey's so concerned by this that he's actually making a forward monastery to try and pick up these relics faster than the Viper can deny them. Immediate monastery from Viper, knows the importance of this, knows the importance of these 5 reliquitos. Already monk out. This monk is immediately going to drop that in, and those Lithuanian knights are going to increase their attack. Boom. There you go. +1 already. Try and get some conversions. Why not? I think this relic should be grabbable eventually for Liereyy. Yes, he does. And I think these 3 will be grabbed by Viper. Aztecs also benefiting from additional gold generation from relics. Wow, I actually just dropped that off just to get an additional conversion. Keep in mind that eagles do resist conversion bonuses. So you might have been surprised, like, oh my god, how did that eagle not die over there? Well, that's one of the reasons that they did not die. Wow, this relic could now actually be sniped. I doubt it because it's just so close to Lierey's monastery, but it is possible. I think they removed lift food bonus for the game mode, but then they actually added back that bonus. I'm pretty sure, just like they added back the Dravidian bonus of +200 wood. If you want, we can check that by just simply running this game again and see if Liereyy indeed starts with 150 more food. Wow, Viper actually grabbing that relic that was so close to the Lithuanian monastery. Having that knight converted as well is just adding to Viper's overall military numbers. 19 to 99999, but some knights are running into Viper's base. Oh, he needs to pay attention to this. How did they get through, for sake? Oh, that one knight is like 1 HP as well. This is so frustrating. 1 down, 2 down. Oh, he hasn't realized. 3 down, 4 down. Oh no. He was in such a good spot. 5, 6. He just threw 6 villagers to that. That is horrifying. You hate to see that happen at the top stage. He was just too consumed with what was going on the front. And by the way, he's still doing really, really well on the front. 24 military numbers to 6, but he could have also had a villager advantage of about 4, whereas now he is down 1 to 2, depending on the control. Whatever, you get the basic idea. Interesting that nobody decided to go for the fish on either side over here. I think this is going to get knocked down. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna keep me down. And those relics are going to be stolen. Now, thankfully, these relics, each one of these relics count as basically 1 villager on gold. It's gonna be tough to bring these back. Please tell me that he figured out where the hole actually was back here. I think it's like right between here, isn't it? He did not figure out that there was a hole back there. And that is a very tough hole to see. However, Viper showing that he is a man of caliber, class. Yeah, I'm pretty terrible at Empire Wars as well. It's actually interesting that we have decided as a community, I don't know if we have decided as a community, but that it's been decided that Empire Wars is the way to have the main stage of Age of Empires set. I personally prefer ranked so much more, and this could be absolutely disastrous as those monks get sniped from Liereyy. The gate is going to go down now. Reinforcements from Viper can easily make it through. Like, how do you do killing monk after monk after monk, getting conversions on some knights? No, GG is just called. Really, really well executed by the Viper. I think he had all 5 relics over here. I guess there's no relic victory. Is there a wonder victory in Empire Wars? I have no idea. I don't play Empire Wars enough, but I do like high level play, needless to say. That hole, man, that hole over here, that was absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's just quickly check if there is let's just quickly check if there is a difference between the food counts here, and indeed there. Wait, why is there only 100 food difference? That's a little bit strange, isn't it? 5 more gold. What's the Aztec bonus? You're gonna like bug me. Plus 50 gold. Okay, so weirdly enough, it looks like they have reduced the Lithuanian bonus is only plus 100 food, isn't it? I'm thinking 150 for some reason. Yeah, okay, so the Lithuanians do get their bonus. No, it is 150. Okay, but looks like it's. Oh, he's queued up 2 villas. He's only queued up 1 villa. Okay, so they get their bonus. Clears up. Clears up. Clears it the bleep up. I'm terrible at Empire Wars as well. Okay, so 1-1 in the overall series. We have Bulgarians and Magyars over here, playing on Atacama, a standard, a classic. We also have that one in 1v1 rank normal. Sorry, little work thing. I probably should have been paying better attention over here. The woodlands are very, very exposed on Atacama. It looks like Viper has opted for men at arms due to getting that upgrade for free immediately. Also going to go for a dock in the back. Very, very interesting. Looks like Liereyy with Magyars has opted for an archery range. People often forget that Magyars actually do get full archers, and I think that he went for archers expecting Viper to go for men at arms, whereas you would expect Magyars to go for scouts because they do have that cheaper scout line. Now scouts don't necessarily do terrible against men at arms, but still, actually picking off some good reinforcements here from Viper. If he can get this one as well, that would be huge. No, he cannot. Viper, just kill all these deer, man. Do it. Nope. Gonna just go for the villagers. Those villagers are going to clear this up because they're just trickling in one by one by one by one. And going to meet a spearman as well. They do pretty dang skippity against spearmen if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, look at those chunks just taking out of that health. Scout, you want to help over there? Guess not. It's getting taken down over here. Those archers coming over to try and do some damage. Viper is on deer as well. Looking like Viper actually wants to transition into scouts now just because they are the faster unit. I don't know how I feel about those men at arms. It's going to take a little bit of time for this fish to pay off over here. So Liereyy definitely has an opportunity to do some damage. You can already see that the military numbers are heavily in Lierey's favor. Viper having to fight with villagers is really, really bad overall, and now needs some defensive units. How many fishing ships did he go for? Not super greedy. 3 fishing ships only, but that is still, what, 70 pops, so 120 resources there, and it's costing him villagers. I would much rather have villagers than I would fishing ships, to be honest with you. So then we have some villagers on the back. No, not quite. That's quite a big army ball in comparison to what Viper has. Viper just has... oh shoot, I need to change the colors here, don't I? This is going to confuse me, the bejeebies out of it. I did such a piss poor job casting this one. Holy moly. Sorry, that work email had me all thinking like, what the moly? Guacamole? It's just looking like that fish was an overinvestment. I mean, maybe that's overly hastily assessed, and maybe Viper will get some good value out of that later. But right now, Viper is defending against a army of 14 with 4 scouts. And once these meet up, yeah, that army in itself could almost take out those scouts. Now with the reinforcements, that is definitely going to be pushed away. Trying to get a defensive tower up is Viper, but I don't think that that tower is going to go up. It looks like all-out feudal aggression from Liereyy. I think Viper was expecting Liereyy to go castle and then him having a better economy due to his fish maybe being up slightly later, but Liereyy just put on the pressure. All the villagers are getting pulled to try and stop the bleeding, but that's not going to happen. And remember that those fishing ships are actually displayed in this over here. So not only is Viper 3 eco units down, 3 of those eco units are actually, oh my god, it's not just 3, 2, 4, 6, wow, what? He was getting all that pressure on his face, and he invested so much more into fishing ships. I guess he kind of has to at this point, just to try and balance out all of the losses that he has taken. It is 21 for Liereyy against 12 for Viper. And it doesn't look like Liereyy is going to lose anything to this to these scouts. Taking into bloodlines is a Viper now, but do you really want to? Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Do you really want to go into Knights long term with Bulgarians? Probably. especially if you're up against archers. And they also counter the scouts pretty well. That Magyars could obviously get cheaper, but Viper nowhere near Castle Age, and Liereyy is already up. Viper needing about 300 more food, tiny little bit more gold, but 300 more food mostly, and that's gonna take a second, especially if he keeps making villagers over here. Actually, it's not going to be archers from the Magyar player, it's going to be knights. Bloodlines also will help in these kind of engagements. If Liereyy can just hold for like 5 more seconds, which I think he should easily be able to do. Yeah, has just about the same number of scouts. He even has like some spearmen just gonna get some free pokes in over here. I don't know what went so terribly. Oh, another dock! Holy guacamole! Holy guacamole. Viper was down 3 eco units before. Now he's going to be up, but these fish are not going to be working very soon. I don't know why he decided to go for 8 fishing ships in one pond. Obviously, it's easy for me to say. And also, these guys should be on those deep fish, although those deep fish are going to, or snappers, are going to run out pretty dang snappy. Get it? Snappers and they're gonna run. I think it would have been much better. I know it's like kind of a difficult decision to make, but to only have 3 or 4 here and then go for 3 or 4 over on this side. But what do I know? Viper probably knows much better than I do what is a good decision and what is a bad decision. Also, these people have been practicing for this particular tournament. I don't even know enough about Empire Wars. He's going to try and Viper defend with towers. I've seen some crazy games from the Viper where he is Teutons and he tries to protect with towers. I don't hate it. Knowing that he is behind, knowing that he has that fish that is going to eventually kick in, and Liereyy taking some shots from those towers on his archers. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, although Viper is going to lose these 2 villagers. A lot of Viper's eco is not working the quickest though. And I think if Liereyy just puts them like right here, he could actually be really annoying. And I think he has realized that now as well. A little bit closer, Liereyy, and you will be absolutely perfectly positioned to deny a lot of that woodline space. Now Viper is very good, and he's probably going to chop just from this area over here, which Liereyy obviously recognizes. Going to run in, going to shoot. No, quite so lucky. Needs ballistics to really make that pay off, but you can just see the level of play that these people bring to the table. I was playing against Dangao, and he also does the same thing. Like, you think you've denied a woodline, but then they find a way to still take resources from it. Might not be the most efficient way to take resources from it, mind you, but it's still a pretty dang skippity good way. And even after all those fish, even after 2 fishing ships over here, 6 fishing ships over here, Liereyy has more eco units. And once this goes down, these fish are going to be out of a job. I don't think it's going to go down because Viper is chasing it down with his own knights. I love how this wolf is like, let me get him! Let me get him! Meanwhile, scouts still being really annoying. They do have bloodlines, and they are going to be trying to get some value. No such luck though. That fishing villager took a nice big old hitter to the face. Lol. I actually like how there's this leafy terrain on which the knights can run. I know I should be looking at other parts, like for example over here in the center. The eco difference is just so major now. I also want to know, where are these archers still? Okay, they're at home defending from Liereyy, but I think these archers could be doing a lot of damage. Where are all these villagers going to? Oh no, that's not going to happen. Viper now realizes with all these archers behind. I would love to see him just drop that Krepos actually more defensively. He probably wants to go for Conics. Oh, he is going to try and deny some wood over here. That's a very, very cheeky wood line. Throwing all of his army, though. Is he going to be able to get this up? Yeah, I was going to say, he just lost his main army. That seems like a very, very aggressive Krepos there. And that means the kid is up 2-1. Liereyy will forever be the kid in my book, as Liereyy is the young buck. He lives for these moments. I personally love the snake as well. I love both these players. Um, as mentioned before, I'm trying to think when I mentioned that, but probably my favorite to win this tournament right now is either Tato or Valise. I always root for Mr. Yo too, because Mr. Yo is kind of funny in my opinion. I used to really love Fat Dragon, but Fat Dragon, man, he's been slipping. And here we go. I'm not gonna say last one in the last one in the series. So you should already know what that means. I probably shouldn't spoil anything. We definitely still have a game after this, though. Wink, wink. Cough, cough. Let's change the colors over here. I would like Viper to be yellow. This is such a funny map to me, enclosed. My favorite strategy personally is to just like run straight forward and drop a TC right about skippity dang here. That way you can fire upon your enemy. Also, I love these houses, and then I like to construct a little house wall around it, or palisade wall around it, so that they're completely caught, stuck in the middle with you. How do you do? Viper as the Saracens, Liereyy as the Franks. Franks probably gonna want to go for their high HP scouts. Where are these archers going for? Wow, Liereyy going with Frankish archers. This is probably going to be quite unexpected over here. No way. One. Oh no, he's going to get her. Oh god. Also, talking about get her. Oh. I have to do something. Oh god. Oh god. Sorry, I had to tear down all my Viper memorabilia. Uh, right there. Pause stream. Let's go. Sorry. I I'm a terrible person. I had to take a Poop Lord Jr. Right in the middle of this, and honestly, this game is turning out to be a Poop Lord Jr. This might be a very short one, as Viper has already lost a villager over here. Is he gonna lose another one? Oh my god, he loses an oh my god, is he gonna lose 3 here? Oh, for flip's sake, Viper. Oh, come on. Yeah, Spearman for good measure there. Why don't you? Now, on the plus side, Lierey's not going to be up for a little bit, but Viper really has to make Castle Age count over here. And I think these guys have to go back home. As soon as Viper reaches Castle, he should know that... Liereyy should know that it is time for these boys to go home. Right now he can do damage, but in about 25 seconds, not so much. Holy guacamole. When do you see Frankish archers at the professional level? I guess in Empire Wars is also a little bit different, but even just building that archer range is amazing, in my opinion. Such cheeky play. And these should run back now. Oh god, they're just lost. Oh my god, just like my bowels have been lost. Everything has been lost. Goodness me. How do I say Valise? Is it Valisi? Valissimo. Alisi. Let's go! 14! Start the game already. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at casting. I'm so bad at life. So bad at things. My goodness. Oh, I've lost 10 villagers 5 times over already, as the Castle Age now comes in for Liereyy as well. Fully walled up. Very easy to do. Unenclosed. I mean, I feel like most of you have probably already watched this one. I was crying during this one. Like, literally getting rid of the Viper memorabilia on my wall. Lasered off my tattoo, obviously, that I have of the Viper on my face. Trying to do a little bit of harassing here is Viper. Doesn't look like Liereyy is planning on adding any additional TCs. Viper, however, has added 2 additional TCs. Now a second TC coming up from Liereyy over here. Military heavily in Lierey's favor. Needs to do some damage with the units that he has available. I like the camo play from Viper, as Franks are probably going to be going for knights, and indeed heavy knights are on the horizon. Could you imagine if he went like Frankish crossbow? That would be amazing, in my opinion. That would be epic, to say the least. Now these archers could still be useful to snipe some of those monks. He just needs way more knights than Viper can make camels, and he should be good to roll over here, especially since Viper invested so much in economic buildings. However, Viper is very good at... Ooh, get it! Get him! Doink. Nice snipe on that monk. Defending with minimal. There's an opening right here. I don't know if Liereyy really wants to run in there. Okay, yeah, but Viper actually blocks that off behind. I think he now just realized that there was indeed an opening. Trying to take out some of those production buildings, or just do some damage. Wow, that was a super duper quick conversion, in my opinion. Also, Viper should really get this relic over here and drop that back off into the monastery. Everything is on the line here. Oh my god. No. No! 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 No way! Even the tiger is against Viper. That is hilarious. I'm so happy that we caught that double tiger that was sorry, against Liereyy. Man, that was sorry guys, it's after work. My brain is helter skelter, extra diggity dang melter over here. Now you think that it is better to convert a camel than it is to convert a knight, but actually it's better to convert a knight than it is a camel. Knights cost more, do better damage against villagers, and actually in a 1v1 fight against their counterpart, knights actually do win. Love the healing going on from both players over here. I gotta just get through this, guys. I got some things that I need to do before I stream on Twitch later on today. I don't know if you guys even like enjoy me casting meta boys playing, but I figured, you know, it's the biggest thing out there, and I know there's gonna be many big wololo series out there, and next year is gonna be even bigger than this year. And you know, Hidden Cup is one of my personal favorites because it could be anybody. It could be Huang in there. It could be Ruben Suck. Actually, I would really like it to be more Ruben Suck and Huang's in those kind of tournaments. I would definitely watch significantly more if we had like a bad boy like Huang in the mix. That would be epic in my opinion. Viper well ahead in terms of villagers and isn't looking too terrible on military either. Only about 8 or 9 units down, but is about 15 economic units up. If he holds, he's in a very good spot, and the camel army is trying to do just that. Unenclosed, there's really only one way. I mean, yeah, you could sneak stuff around, right, when you have more units, but you don't want to separate your units too much. Looks like Liereyy is going to decide to engage over here. I think that was not a terrible engage, as he is going to get some conversions on those camels. Definitely had more military numbers. Decides to dive, and this could be really bad for the Viper. I think that was a much better engage from Liereyy because he has not gone for that many more eco units, although he has the same number of TCs now, 4, just like the Viper. Probably just to protect certain areas while simultaneously booming. There is the +2, and Viper deciding, you know what, enough is enough. We should probably get a castle up here, and I think that's a really good castle, especially if he extends these walls just an extra smidgen. It's going to force all of these units to come right for that castle. Those villagers do need to garrison real quickly. Yep, nice job overall. So many monks though from Liereyy. How good is your Munkro? Munkro? Yeah, your Munkro, you know. It's like micro, but it's for your monks, so it's Munkro. How deep is your love? Your love, your love, your love. Is that monk gonna get a conversion? No, it is not. And Viper in some serious problems over here. Committed quite heavily to the boom, but now is actually kind of getting punished by Liereyy. This could actually be shot by the TC, couldn't it? Those monks for a succulent second now. Having another TC. Wow, they're just going to go down on that TC like crazy. And this is awkward, especially with that ram out from Liereyy. Double ram now to deny that castle. Not enough military units from the Viper. What is going on? Is forced to rush up this TC, or sorry, castle, and that castle is going to go up. But did lose like 5 or 6 villagers constructing that. Losing more villagers on this forward castle, which has really been an area of concern. It's actually going to have to be cancelled, and now all of these villagers could die. Decides to just evacuate them as quickly as possible. Run! Camel's terrible rating units. Knight's very, very good rating units. Gonna run into that castle to try and protect. And I think Liereyy is probably going to be happy with the amount of damage that he has done. Villager number now even, and this is just so bad for the Viper, as Liereyy is probably going to look at going imp after doing all of this damage. Still has the military numbers 27 versus Viper's 1. It's this one hero Memaluk over here. I don't think I've seen Liereyy look this beast in a long period of time. Holy moly. Another castle on basically no resources. I guess there's still these, what is that, stone piles over here, and then with that stone pile he could maybe move over here and get additional resources. Meanwhile, Liereyy has moved out to more spots. So many tigers, man, attacking Liereyy. Not really loving nature. Nature's not loving him, I should say. It's tough. It's very, very tough. Especially since Liereyy is so close to imp right now. I think he's just going to try and go imp. Would not be surprised if he... Okay, he's just going to wait it up. I was going to say sold some to go imp. That should be imp right there. Imp is on the way. Very nice. And Viper is nowhere near at this time. It has to stabilize by means of military. Liereyy still being very, very annoying with the army that he does possess. And, ooh, that's a little bit of a difficult castle for Liereyy to get up. But the writing is on the wall. A whole minute faster for Liereyy to Imperial Age, as well as having 20 more villagers due to that aggression. There's nothing wrong with booming if you can hold and not take any damage, but Viper was definitely not able to not take any damage. Took a whole bunch of damage actually, and it looks like Liereyy wants to pressure both sides. Just look at this over here. He's on this side, he's on this side. He has a huge military force, and he's probably just going to start a Treb war with 2 castles. Thank you very much, says Liereyy. You are only now Imperial Age. There's already Treb from that one, and 2 are going to be producing. And going to go for another one? Wow, that's a very, very aggressive castle. Especially since this castle can shoot some of these villagers over here. And those rams might actually... Oh, he's going to body block them. Yeah, I was going to say, those rams might actually be a real big issue if they can get up against those Trebs, but they cannot. Another castle is going to be out, though, and that castle is going to be able to shoot the flipping Trebs. So those Trebs have to unpack. Meanwhile, oh, the raid in the center. Why don't you? And this game is looking more and more over by the minute as Liereyy is completely pop capped and Viper is not capped. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I did a terrible job on that last cast. The other 3 I think I did pretty okay, but this last one, ugh, gross. Let's take a quick look at the statistics nonetheless. Sorry, I'm not a pro caster, okay? Ooh. Memes, and dreams, everybody. Much love. See you around. I'll be on Twitch a little bit later. I have to do some errands and stuff before I can go. Laters.